Hi, I'm Jeff Gonzalez, president of Trident Concepts, and today I'm here with Brownells Daily Defense to talk to you about EDC knives. So let's talk about why would I want to carry a knife? Well, there's a lot of reasons that you might want to carry a knife. For one, it's a great utility tool. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. Obviously, self-defense is one of them, but there's many other applications that a knife can prove valuable. What you will have to consider, though, is if you're going to go down carrying a knife, you need to be familiar with the law. Just like carrying a firearm, there are laws that restrict or control the types of knives you use, where you can and can't carry them. So again, you have to be familiar with the law so that you don't put yourself in a compromising position. Now, if you can carry a knife for self-defense on your body, what are some of the locations that you might carry? Well, the most common location that you're going to probably see most people carrying them is going to be in their pocket. So the corner of the pocket is a perfect place to go ahead and put a clip-it style folding knife where I can actually take this and place it inside of my pocket against the corner. One of the things that's important that you realize is that when I'm putting this folding knife into my pocket, you'll notice how the edge is against the seam of my pants. I don't want to put it so that the edge is away from my pants because that exposes the blade to my hand. So if for whatever reason this tip were to open up a little bit and I stick my hand in my pocket, that's going to leave a mark. Now, the other things that we talk about are going to be, do I go with a folding type blade or do I go more with a fixed type blade? And again, you have to know the law. In some places, carrying a fixed blade is against the law, no matter the size. Others, it is restricted to a certain size. And then other places, you can carry everything up to a samurai sword. So you're just gonna have to familiarize yourself with the law. But I will tell you this, is that the utility behind a folding knife is extremely valuable. So if I'm not sure if I can legally carry the fixed blade, I'm still gonna probably default to carrying a folder. Now, when it comes to a folder, there are several different types of features that I might be looking for. We talked about one already, which is going to be the clip. Another feature that I'm going to probably be looking for is what type of opening mechanism does it have. Here I have what's called a thumb stud, which is designed to place my thumb on top of, and then as I apply inward pressure and open it up, I allow the blade to open. So you'll find different types of opening mechanisms. There's a T-post, there's a thumb hole, couple different types of variants of each of those, but the one that I typically find the most success for is with the thumb stud. The other thing that we have to be concerned with is what type of locking mechanism do I have with this particular folding knife. And in this case, this folding knife has what's called an access lock, which is a bar that goes across the spine of the blade and it keeps it from closing. What I like about this is that it's ambidextrous. So it's both closed by either using my right hand to do this or my left hand to do this. So it really makes it easy for me to go ahead and close. Other features that might be valuable for me is the ability to change the side that the clip is actually located. So here I can go from carrying it on my right side to carrying it on my left side. Why would I want to carry a folding knife or any knife on my left side? Well, a couple reasons. One, if I carry my firearm on my strong side, and I get into an entangled confrontation where I don't necessarily have access because I'm trying to protect the gun from being grabbed by the bad guy, well, I'm probably using the same hand that I would draw my knife with to protect the gun. But if I have that folding knife on my opposite side, I can still deploy that knife and defend myself against the gun grab from the violent criminal actor. So those might be some considerations for why you would carry the folding knife instead of on the right side, on the left side. Now, one of the things that we talk about is that I really encourage you to be super careful with any knife that you have. It is so easy to cut ourselves when we are first learning about how this knife operates. So one of the things that I tell people is to, number one, stop and look at the folding knife. What am I looking at? Well, I can see the thumb stud, I can see the spine of the blade, I can see the locking mechanism. So I can infer that the blade will open up in this condition here. The other things that I want to be careful about is that I know how to close the blade. Now, when I talk about closing the blade, I mean I know how to defeat the locking mechanism. One of the things that I try to encourage people to do is always close the blade with the live edge away from the body. So here I'm using the palm of my hand to actually close the blade so that I'm not putting any part of my hand in front of the live portion of that blade. So I've got, the standard size here, and then I've got another particular favorite of mine, which is the mini version of this. And again, just like firearms, I've got a full size and I've got a compact here. So I might carry this compact very simply when I might be going out on the water. If I'm going out to paddleboard or if I'm going out for a long run, it might be nice for me to have something super small and lightweight so that I'm not bearing that extra weight during my activity, whatever that might be. Whatever choice you make as far as your folding knife, fixed blade knife choice, what I recommend is that you consider investing in a safety trainer. So what is a safety trainer? It is basically the exact same mechanisms of the live version of that blade, but it's inert, which means that it doesn't have a sharp edge. Now it still has, for all practical purposes, a metal blade, but it's not contoured towards a sharp edge. The reason why this is important is that it can help you learn how to quickly deploy it, close it under a variety of conditions. You can actually use it to practice in a safe manner against a live opponent. So if you're going to look at carrying one of these, it might be worth your interest in looking at a safety trainer to help support your training needs. Whatever your choice, remember that a folding knife, a fixed blade knife are great additional tools, but they also can be your primary tools, meaning that you can't carry your primary firearm because it's restricted in the location that you're going into. But there's probably a good chance that you can still carry some type of knife. So the utility value behind a knife is something to really consider. All right, would love to hear your questions and comments. Please feel free to post them down below. Until then, take care and stay safe.